And here are the crypto top headlines. First up, Ripple is headed for an IPO. 3 hints that prove it. Next, Ripple celebrates another SEC loss. Also, Bitcoin stalls at 35,000 as gains flow to altcoins in crypto's early bull market rotation, Analyst says. Welcome to Crypto Top Headlines, where there's no clickbait thumbnails or titles, and no speeches on my opinions, just bringing crypto's news to you. We are a new channel here on YouTube, and would greatly appreciate it if you would click on the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the notification bell. It does help support the channel, so thank you in advance for doing so. Now, on to these headlines. Our first top headline, Ripple is headed for an IPO. 3 hints that prove it. The cryptocurrency giant, Ripple, seems to be hinting at the possibility of an initial public offering. A well-known XRP influencer, Lewis Jackson, has been closely examining these hints, and all signs point to Ripple considering an IPO. Recently, Lewis Jackson, a prominent figure in the XRP community, has suggested that Ripple might have quietly revealed its plans for an IPO on its website. Surprisingly, not many people have picked up on these hints. Is an IPO coming? Lewis Jackson has pointed out that companies usually follow specific steps, including mergers and acquisitions, before going public with an IPO. He emphasized Ripple's recent involvement in M&A activities, particularly the acquisition of MATIC, which occurred about 5 months ago. He also highlighted a failed attempt to acquire Fortress Trust. While these activities don't guarantee an IPO, they are often precursors to one. Hiring patterns as evidence. To bolster his argument, Jackson looked at Ripple's hiring patterns. He noticed roles related to corporate development, engineering, finance, and shareholder communication. Currently, Ripple's careers page is advertising positions like Director of Corporate Development and Manager of Corporate Development. According to Jackson, this reflects Ripple's commitment to strategic growth, which includes M&A and partnerships. Furthermore, the company's recruitment of engineers indicates its dedication to enhancing its technical infrastructure. While this may not directly indicate an IPO, it shows Ripple's ongoing efforts to expand and strengthen its operations. Finance roles and location preferences. Jackson also observed Ripple's job listings for various finance roles, including a Director of International Tax and a Financial Risk Director. These finance positions are essential for auditing financial data and preparing for public disclosure, a significant part of the IPO process. It's interesting to note that Ripple seems to prefer hiring directors and managers in specific locations, primarily at its headquarters in San Francisco, as well as major cities like New York City and London. While Jackson didn't explicitly connect these job postings to the potential location of Ripple's IPO, he did point out that over 10% of these positions are within the United States. This has led to speculation that the New York Stock Exchange might be Ripple's top choice for its IPO, with London and Dubai as potential backup options. Legal challenges haven't ended yet. When considering Ripple's IPO readiness, it's essential to keep in mind the company's ongoing legal battle with the U.S. regulator. Recent legal victories, including the dismissal of charges against Ripple's executives, suggest that this legal ordeal may be drawing to a close. These legal developments are reducing the hurdles in the way of Ripple's potential IPO, making it a more realistic possibility in the near future. Our next top headline, Ripple celebrates another SEC loss. Here's how the latest court decision could help Ripple in its legal battle with the SEC. Stuart Alderoty, Ripple's chief lawyer, took to the X social media platform to celebrate the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's most recent loss, highlighting the Second Circuit's decision in SEC versus Goville. Alderati stressed that the SEC cannot demand a substantial disgorgement award without first substantiating that investors suffered tangible financial setbacks. This development, succinctly summarized as no harm, no foul, may have broader implications for Ripple's ongoing legal skirmish with the SEC. What it means for Ripple. The ripple effect of the recent court ruling has been palpable, with many industry observers speculating on its potential impact on the SEC Ripple saga. Legal analyst Jeremy Hogan has argued that Ripple's liability hinges on whether XRP investors actually incurred monetary losses. Simply put, if you bought XRP at a price lower than its current market value, Ripple isn't on the hook for any damages. If the majority of XRP holders haven't faced financial losses, the SEC might find itself cornered, potentially leading to a more favorable settlement for Ripple. Penalty amount in focus. There's been a lot of talk about how much money the SEC wants Ripple to pay. Commentator Yassin Mubarak opined that the SEC might find it challenging to enforce Ripple to pay the rumored $770 million penalty for institutional sales if investors haven't been adversely impacted. Prior to that, lawyer John Deaton opined Ripple could lower this big penalty amount. He mentioned a past case where the SEC asked for $23 million but only got $130,000. Deaton anticipates a similar fate for the Ripple case, meaning that the San Francisco-based company will likely successfully negotiate the fine down by a significant margin. Our next top headline, Bitcoin stalls at 35,000 as gains flow to altcoins in crypto's early bull market rotation, Analyst says. Layer 1 cryptocurrencies and DeFi tokens soared this week as Bitcoin and Ether chopped sideways. Bitcoin tried and failed at holding above 35,000 this week, with one analyst arguing traders likely took their BTC profits and rotated into altcoins, pushing those prices higher. BTC price spent most of the week stuck between 34,000 and 35,000, with every attempt to break to the upside so far, even hitting a fresh yearly high almost touching 36,000 early Thursday, meeting with heavy selling pressure, pushing down the price. Bitcoin was changing hands at around 34,400 after a weak U.S. jobs report, slightly up just under 2% for the week, with Ether up a similar amount. Meanwhile, large cap tokens of Layer 1 networks, or L1, such as Avalanche, Cardano, and Polkadot, jumped 10 to 15% over the same time frame as Solana hit a 14-month high Wednesday and Friday afternoon remained higher after 25% over the previous 7 days. Decentralized finance tokens posted the biggest weekly advance among the CoinDesk market index sectors. The CoinDesk DeFi index jumped almost 10% in a week, driven by double-digit rallies by tokens of decentralized exchange Uniswap, SushiSwap, as well as lending platform Aave's native token. Bankrupt crypto lender Voyager Digital's native token, VGX, also popped 20% Friday as some 30% of the token supply was sent to a burn address, potentially to destroy. The CoinDesk Market Index, a basket of more than 100 cryptocurrencies weighted by market cap, outperformed the two blue-chip cryptocurrencies with its 3.2% gain, underscoring the leadership of alternative cryptocurrencies, or altcoins. Lucas Altumiro, research head of Into the Block, said the outperformance of similar riskier tokens is a sign of capital rotation from Bitcoin and Ether after their sizable rallies, a typical behavior from investors during crypto bull markets. Historically, crypto cycles have followed the trend where BTC leads the first surge, then ETH, with capital progressively being allocated to lower cap and riskier bets. Altumaro said, "This week's trends suggest this rotation is beginning to take place as BTC and ETH trend sideways, while DeFi and alternative Layer 1 tokens record a strong rebound." Despite the rotation into riskier assets, the demand flowing into crypto appears to be relatively organic, led by spot buying, Altumaro noted. Even though the price momentum may be getting overheated short-term, there are signs of sustainable demand driving the crypto uptrend. So this concludes our top headlines. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to click on the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the notification bell. Also, leave your thoughts in the comments and share this video with your friends and family. Thank you all for watching Crypto Top Headlines, bringing crypto's news to you.